So I was just reading this study that over 400,000 men in America have received facial cosmetic surgeries. Let's talk about this disgusting epidemic, shall we? So, vanity appears to be a big trend in the new millennia. 400,000 plus men have used cosmetic surgery to fix their face. We're growing up in a time where vanity is so prevalent that it's not only capitalizing on the women of our society. This is a really weird trend we're getting ourselves into. I've always had my qualms with cosmetic surgery of all sorts, not just the face. But I remember when I was a teenager, my sister and I hate talking about her because we're not speaking right now, but we used to be like best friends. And when I was growing up, she's 14 years older than me. So when she was in her late 20s, she called like once a day to talk to my mom and myself. And she started talking about how she wanted breast enhancements because she was a cheerleader. She used to cheerlead for major basketball teams. And I think she tried out for NFL too. I don't remember. But in that field of work, it was heavily indoctrinated into the young ladies on the cheer squad to make sure they looked the best they could. Obviously, just look like a fucking Barbie doll is what I'm trying to get to. So because we pushed that onto women for however long, I mean centuries, we've been pushing this idea that you have to reach perfection. Now it's leaking into men, and it's just really creepy to me because I've always been a staunch supporter of be happy with who you are. I have never ever sided with anybody who gave me the reason, well, if it makes you happy, you should just do it. No, you should find happiness in yourself. You shouldn't have to search for it. You're not going to find happiness outside of you. You have to learn to love who you are. I don't care if you're fat and overweight. I don't care if you're skinny and anorexic. I don't care if you have tons of pimples all over your face and your body. I don't care if you're going bald. I don't care if you have 3 tits. Okay? You were given the body you were given for a reason. There's some reason in that. Now, there are surgeries that help people suffer less, and those I'm all for, like breast reductions. I had a friend in school who needed to have her breasts reduced because they were so large that when she would run, she'd have back pains. That I understand. There is an essential need to help your health by getting rid of something like removing a mole. That's a cosmetic surgery that I understand if it could be cancerous. However, to give yourself larger breasts or to fix your nose because you have a vanity issue doesn't make sense to me. And now we're going beyond these surgeries and having these non-invasive cosmetic procedures, and it's Botox is injecting botulism into your body. And then people are like, but it gets rid of headaches. You're putting dead virus into your body. Do you even understand the potential catastrophes you could have with that reacting poorly? I mean, people put these right next to their fucking brain and their eyes. I don't understand. If you're somebody who's all about Botox, please advise, like, what the fuck about it makes you feel good? Is it that you walk down the street and you look like every other fucking extraterrestrial that had Botox? Can we just look at Courtney Cox? If you look at seasons like 1 through 9 on Friends, she's the most beautifully stunning cast member of that crew. Like, for real, Monica was always the hottest girl. And then season 10, you can tell she started to fuck up her face. And then when I saw Scream 4, when that movie came out, I'm like, hi, I'm Courtney Cox. I don't know how to move my face. Like, what? Who is attracted to this? And then look up Steve Martin. Hi, I didn't have any surgeries. I look like I'm 27. Ain't I cute? Like, what are we doing? This is insane to me. Like, we're gonna have people walking around looking like fucking big tits, these fake asses, y'all, these fake asses. I'm a huge judger of plastic surgery. If I see you at a party, in the street, at the grocery store, and you look like a fucking Bozo the Clown Picasso walking up to me, yeah, in my head, I am for sure judging you. You self-mutilated your body because you couldn't fix your fucking mind. Like, all of this shit is in your head. You need to find different people. You need to have a come to Jesus with yourself. And you know what? The funny thing is, I bet you I would get more harsh criticism feedback about this video putting people down because nobody is secure enough in their damn self to be able to represent their true authentic self. And it's funny that more people would attack me for calling it as it is because the PC police are so prevalent these days, rather than saying, oh, you know what? That's true. Vanity's taking over our country, our world. in fact. And it's just funny because nobody's relating the issues that estrogen is on the rise globally. It's in all of our water supply, birth control pills, stuff like that. Femininity is taking over the planet. Not putting that out there as a bad thing. I think it's needed because right now we're a lot more masculine energied on this earth than we need to be. So we need that feminine energy coming in, and I think that's a huge push into this direction we're heading with femininity being so prevalent in just everyday speak. But it is interesting when you pull back and you look at is there an agenda going on here? Because it was different just 15 years ago when the gays were tackling the issue of becoming legal, respected citizens. Let us get married. Let us enjoy life the same way as any other normal American would like to. But now, this trans issue, it's being pushed in such a different, more aggressive way. I'm a huge supporter of the transgendered entire community, and I've done videos on it as well. However, if we pull back and are able to take ourselves out of the situation and look at what's going on, the agenda being pushed is far different than a movement for rights and respect. It feels different to me. Like right now, I feel like we're being told how to react. We're being told what to think about a situation rather than being allowed to ask questions. And honestly, for me, even part of the gay community, I have questions for transgendered people. I want to create a dialogue and a conversation with people from all types of communities. And right now I feel like those talks are being stifled so that only the transgendered voice is heard. And that's really fucked up too. We need to hear from people who have concerns because others who aren't speaking up have the same ones, and that's okay. It's okay to have healthy dialogue. You can ask questions. You're not a villain for not understanding somebody's lifestyle. That's okay. It's totally fine. However, I do want to make it clear, we've been living in a neo-masculine, straight, heterosexual, white male, businessman world. So for any straight white man to be complaining about stuff like this and how it's changing America and stuff you need to sit the fuck down, because this world has been catering to your dumbass for far too long. It's time for the LGBT community to experience some privilege. It's time for the black community to experience some privilege, along with any ethnicity, whether it's Asian, Latino. We need to start including everyone, and I am not against any form of minority group being able to have a platform and speak largely to an audience. However, I'm just paying attention to how we're being spoken to, and this huge push to get us all on the same train and accepting without question. It seems a little weird, and there are scenarios where we do need to talk about what we do. A lot of these media outlets are pushing these false flag stories where it talks about men going into women's rooms and using them full beard and jeans and t-shirts and stuff like that. Obviously, that's not acceptable. Those are not men transitioning to be women. We're not asking for a lot here. The transgendered issue is when you see a woman going into a woman's room and you're thinking in your head, she's a little mannish, stay to yourself. If she's literally respecting her environment and just trying to go pee, respect her and respect yourself. However, if you're seeing a man with a full fucking beard and jeans and a t-shirt walk into a woman's room, be like, get out, get out. There are no PC police that are going to arrest you. And if we get to that point, something's seriously fucked up. I've been seeing so many fucking articles that our first lady of the country right now could be transgendered. What is happening? What is happening that we can't speak openly? We have no free speech anymore? How come nobody is even aware of this topic? It's so interesting to me that we are being censored every day more and more without talking about it, because you can write off these people as just extremists who are unaccepting, but there are a large group of people wondering why we're supposed to just jump on the bandwagon with this transgendered stuff without a conversation. And that's a fair question. If you're introducing something brand fucking... Look at all the conversation we had, 10 years ago when they banned smoking from bars. I mean, that was a conversation for at least a year, and now we're just expecting overnight for a bunch of, cis Americans to jump on board with seeing people of different sexual identities walk into your restroom. It's not fair to them either. You know, we have been dealing with the fight for a long time, for decades. However, they haven't. They don't know. So, like, why immediately berate them with intolerance? Like, why not say, this is an opportunity to teach you? And I get that a lot of people are, you know, pigeonholed with the extremists in their group. I can tell you, growing up as a gay American, most of these people just want to blend. They just want to blend. They're not looking to promote an agenda. They just want to be treated like normal human beings. That's really all this is. And it does suck that extremists ruin such a fight that a lot of minorities have to face, but we, the people, need to see past the extremists and understand that these people just want a normal existence, and that's really all this is about. And we do need to start having conversations more and more loudly, because censorship is so prevalent nowadays, and the only way to combat it is to speak on it, to have conversations, and to make us, the people, more informed that it's happening. We do need to pay attention to this stuff like cosmetic surgery. We're letting it get out of hand. We need to be able to talk to each other and understand that problems reach far deeper than the surface. People, come on. We're raising our kids in a culture to look at billboards and adverts that show size 2 women as obese. Like, what do we want, you know? And then we sit and eat these diets of, you know, fast food and preservatives and GMOs. It's disgusting. You are what you eat. You're eating poison. You become poison. You're filling your body with Botox. It's poison. You're becoming poison. Start eating fruits. Start eating vegetables. It will make a huge difference in your life. I promise you. Take some time. Look up fruitarian diets. Look up hydration and what your skin really needs. Like, there's better natural things to do. Take care of yourself. Keep an eye out for what's going on in the world and how it relates to you, and start connecting things. It's all related. It's crazy. I mean, the fact that estrogen levels are rising so high in our world's water supply that frogs can no longer reproduce naturally because testosterone in male frogs is depleted. I mean, it's happening in humans too. Women are having trouble conceiving and carrying full term, while men are having problem with fertility and sterilization. We need to understand what's going on because larger things are happening. Take care of yourself today. Keep an eye out. Peace.